Octavio Blanco for another Uptown Voices live from Washington Heights. You know what I mean? So please, just again, bear with us. We're trying some new things, making hopefully it works. You know what I mean? So let's rock out.
Yes,
Octavio, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to. Oh, here
Oh,
we
okay.
go. Okay, okay. What's going on here? You seeing stuff? I'm starting to see stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. So now I'm starting to see stuff. So I don't know if I have to click go live. Yeah, I'm gonna hit go live here.
yeah. Do it. And
Oh,
we are definitely live
whoa,
on
what? This
YouTube.
is me.
What? We're definitely live on YouTube. Yo, check out. Let's see. What about Facebook? What's going on with Facebook?
Yeah, no, we live on RG. What up, everybody? What up? Happy Sunday, y'all.
Happy Sunday,
It's
Led. How
Led
you
Black.
doing on this great Sunday? Now we got our Instagram connected, and I think we got our Facebook connected. I
Yeah,
want to make
yeah.
sure.
No, we definitely on IG because I can see the comments coming in. And what up, every IG world? What up, y'all? It's Led Black and my brother Octavio Blanco. This is our first truly live edition of Uptown Voices. So, I just want to thank everyone for rocking with us. We're going to be talking a little bit about some of the surprise things we have coming up this week and Uptown in general. Octavio, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like Thanksgiving Eve is right around the corner. I can't wait to get some turkey. And
Nice.
I want to give thanks to our audience. And I want to give thanks to everybody here, and I want to give thanks to the powers that be to say that to allow us to be here and to do this. So I'm feeling very, very thankful. What about you? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? I know that sometimes Thanksgiving can be a little bit of a controversial holiday because the history of this country is kind of messed up. So like
It's
I
fraught.
like
It's
it's
fraught.
fraught. It's fraught. How does it feel on
So,
your end when Thanksgiving comes around?
so before I go there, like, cause you're not really seeing the IG. The IG is jumping right now, so I gotta say it up to all my people. Angela, what up, Angela? But yeah, man, like, I feel like this about Thanksgiving, right? Like, I understand, that the bloody history that it comes from, but as a person, that's been through mad things in my life, anytime you could be with family and give thanks, I'm always appreciative. You know what I mean? We've been through some things as a family, so I'm very thankful for the little time to celebrate and take time. Of course, the colonial history is going to be what it's going to be. But I want to actually say something to you, Octavio, man. Like, we've been friends for a long time, but you've never looked at me the way Trump was looking at Mamdani, man. Like, what was that about, dude? Like,
Ah,
yo, my man was in love. Like, what
oh
the
my
fuck? Like,
God.
yo,
Yeah, I got
yo, it's funny
whiplash.
because no one thought that was gonna happen, right? Bum ass Hakeem Jeffries was voting to make a fucking thing about socialism. That bum ass motherfucker. Like, what are we talking about? And then Mamdani comes in there. He becomes Mom Daddy and charms the pants off of Trump. Like, who in their wildest dreams could have seen that? No one. It's amazing.
I
Your thoughts, brother?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Before we get into that, I just want to make sure that everybody on Instagram can see us correctly, because I have a feeling that our
Oh, we
Instagram
looking crazy, right?
is looking a little crazy. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. But while I do that, here's what I'm going to tell you first. And then I'll try to fix the aspect ratio, because we need to be in the Instagram aspect ratio, and right now we're not. I don't know that Instagram knows how to deal with the way that our screen is set up right this second. So I got to figure that out. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I was kind of nervous when I heard that Zohran Mamdani was going to go to the Oval Office, because I remember how they treated Zelensky from Ukraine, and I just thought they were just setting this kid up for to be like just dragged through the mud. But apparently Mandani knows how to schmooze, and he knows how to defend himself, and he knows how to handle a tyrant, because he made
Yeah, yeah.
Trump look like Mandami, the 33-year-old, was the adult in the room, and Trump the 70 whatever year old was
Facts.
like the child. So now
Facts.
you tell me what your thoughts are while I try to figure out this
So no,
aspect ratio thing.
Don't worry about the aspect ratio. It's working fine. I checked it. It's fine.
Oh,
It looks fine.
my
It
wife-
looks fine on IG.
It looks
I
fine
checked
on
on
IG.
IG. It's
'cause-
fine. I just checked it right
Okay.
now. It's good. And people
my wife
and Angela
can't-
said we're good.
Oh, Angela said you were good. So
Yeah.
Because I'm getting some
Yeah,
my
me
wife
too.
My wife's IG is telling my wife's looking on our IG and she says it looks a little crazy. So she
All right.
says it
Well,
looks
we'll
very
work on
crazy.
that later. Let me give you my opinions on this. Let
All
me
right,
give
we'll
you my
work on
opinions
that-
on this. Like,
we'll work on
first
that
of all,
later.
yeah. So, well, the thing is that first of all, I'm so proud to be a fucking New Yorker right now. Like, you know what? I'm so fucking proud. I'm so proud that this is our mayor. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all in for Zoe. You know what I'm saying? And what's interesting is that, you know, he didn't get invited. He invited himself. You know,
Yes, yes.
and he went in there. You know, what I want to just, like I said before, Mamdani is who we thought Obama was, right? And Mamdani is not just the greatest communicator the Democratic Party's ever had, but he's just a great thinker. And I think he went in there with FDR in mind, right? And he's like, I'm gonna make sure that I make Trump believe in FDR as much as I do, you know. And he basically made Trump believe what he wanted him to believe, right? Because Trump is such a vain, petulant child, right? That the right words, you could easily manipulate him, and that's what you saw on display. He was wowed by this man's riz. He was glazing hard over him. Like I've never seen Trump look so like googly eyed as someone in my life. He don't look like that at JD Vance. He don't look like that at his kids at all. You know what I mean? Like Beavis and Butthead. You know what I'm saying? But he don't even look like. Well, he does look. He looks like Ivanka a little worse in another way. But whatever. You know what I mean? Like. But, you know, it was this kind of just masterful, to even call him a politician, I think a statesman, you know what I mean? He went in
I was
there
about to
and
say
he
statesman. It was statesmanship. That was
Statesman.
exactly my word.
That's what he
It was
did.
statesmanship,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
He was a statement. He went in there. It was amazing. He even let Trump call himself a fascist, right? And Trump was making like, oh no, why should he take the bus? He's an important man. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I know Laura Loomer lost her shit, and that alone is worth it.
It's so
You know, like
worth it.
we're
So
living in
worth
some
it.
funny time. You know, Marjorie Trader Green resigned, right? But you know what's funny about that shit? She waited. She's resigning effectively like 2 days, so she's gonna get her pension. So she's gonna be good, right? Like I don't like her, but like you can see her playing her game. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's true. Like the resignation of Marjorie Taylor Greene was like a complete surprise. But it's true that Mamdani was a statesman, and I do think that Mamdani went in there to educate the president and treated him like the way that he needed to be treated, which was this is a kid. He needs to be educated. He doesn't know half of what he needs to know. And he's a New Yorker, and he's from Queens, just like I am. And so I think that he had Trump in the palm of his hand. And then, I don't know, everybody says that Trump is so transactional, right? That he just wants to connect with the winner and sort of like a vampire, suck the blood of that winner. In other words, like Mamdani, like went in, destroyed Cuomo, absolutely obliterated the competition, went from zero to hero. You know what I mean? And so Trump wants that to shine on him. So instead of like, you know, attacking him, instead of like treating him like an enemy, he was like, "Oh, you and me, we're the same. We're buddies. We can talk. We can chat. We're on the same level." So basically, Trump was just trying to be on the same level as Mamdani. He didn't see how he should like work to hurt Mamdani because he didn't see anything like that he would benefit from that. He wants to take his life energy, his life force, and use it
for
on
sure.
himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was very
yeah.
vampiric, I gotta say. It was very
Yeah,
vampiric.
he was smitten. He was
was
smitten
smitten for sure.
by Mom Daddy, right? But what's interesting, right, is that there's fissures happening, you know, within the
yeah.
MAGA movement, right?
And we saw that before. We saw that before this meeting, right?
Right. So there's fissures happening, right? And this furthered the fissures, right? And what's really interesting is that Mamdani, again, going back to FDR, right? I think Mamdani knew that it was Trump that supposedly unearthed this portrait of FDR. And so I think he already knew that. So when he said, hey, can I take a picture of it? What's wild is Trump did a photo dump of Mamdani and him in front of the portrait. One of the photo dumps is just Mamdani. Like, and it's wild. Like, this is insane, right? But like you said, I just think Trump loves winners, right? And he wants to be a winner. Like, so there's a picture I saw a long time ago, like in the early 90s, and it's Trump, Shabba Ranks, Super Cat, and Cyndi Lauper, right? Like, this is the guy. Like, he's a cloud chaser at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He wants to be around it. But it's interesting to go back to that to the civil war that's brewing. There's a whole civil war brewing. You know, there's the Coulter and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. You know, and Nick Fuentes brand, right? And then you have the Ben Shapiro. There's a whole thing and everyone's fighting for that crown, which is a good thing. And I think Mamdani did everything he needed to do by going to the Oval. He went into the Lion's Den and tamed the lion. Right? And then the lion gave him praises, right? And then not only that, he made himself a national, even more so of a national figure, right? And he also put pressure on the bum-ass Democratic leadership. He put pressure on bum-ass Chuck Schumer and Apac Shakur, Hakeem Jeffries. He put pressure on them. Like all the letter writing they've done, they have gotten us nothing. Right, and my man come in there, son fucking Trump, and he caused more divisions among that side. Like I did not expect this. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even mayor yet. You know what I mean? So again, I'm so fucking proud of my mayor and of my city. You know what I mean? And New York City, like and again, I hate to say, sorry, New York's number one. Fuck everything else. New York's number one. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Yo, no, man, no, absolutely. New York number one. I wanted to just say, like, the feeling that I got, and I hope that this is the feeling that actually comes through, is that this offers New York protection from the attacks that have been threatened by President Trump against the city of New York. You know, I hope he's not doing a little rope-a-dope, like, being nice, talking up the side of his face, and then he's gonna like hit us with the left. I think, and I hope that Mamdani isn't being sucked in by the level of graciousness that we've never, frankly, seen before from Trump being leveled at him, because I do think that this president has shown himself to be not trustworthy, and our community continues to be threatened. We've seen the heightened ICE attacks. We've seen the money being taken away from our budgets. We've seen the constructions. Of all of these attacks being made difficult, being orchestrated from the White House. And what I hope is that Mamdani, on the one hand, is like definitely, nurturing, like, let's say, that relationship to protect the city. That's politics. You kind of have to sort of, make sure that you're talking to the right people so that they don't come and attack to us. But at the same time, it's important that Mamdani and this administration, the transition team, and then everybody who gets into the transition, that they understand that we cannot take his word for granted, that we still need to protect ourselves. So that's where I'm coming from. I want to make sure that we are protecting ourselves, even though
100%. I agree.
You know?
I agree 100% because, first of all, this Trump is mercurial, right? He's in love now, and he's gonna fall out of love tomorrow, right? And this could and frankly, because again, he's getting killed on his side too. Right, his side is like, what the fuck? Like everybody's up in arms that he welcomed a communist, right? Like he said. So this is not gonna go well on his side. So once he gets, if he, I'm sure he's gonna get a whiff of it, and he just might basically flip to the other side, and that'll change things. But what I'm saying is, it just shows you what leadership is and what leadership looks like in a very interesting way, right? And again, that's the old world, and this is the new world, and again, that's the choice. You know what I mean? And it is going, like, Trump is our adversary, and that's not going to change, right? You see what's happening in Charlotte, like they're raiding daycare centers, right? So they're going to daycare centers that are specifically for immigrant children, and they're waiting outside, and they're doing this 2 days in a row. I just saw a piece in the New York Times about that. That's fucking horrible. That's cruel. That's just inhumane. And that's why my thing with the Latinos for Trump crowd, like, look, at this point, man, like, y'all see what he's doing to us, right? And when y'all post, like, Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby, like, memes and GIFs and all, that shit is fucking insulting. Like, I don't for the Latinos for crowd, like again, if y'all want to come back to this side, that's beautiful, let's do it. But to be talking shit on the sidelines and seeing your people hurt and you laughing, that shit is cruel. And people that do, we're not forgetting that. We're not forgetting that. I'm sorry, like, this is foul. This is a war on Latinos and immigrants. And if you're Latino and you're with that, that shit is really whack. And you need to be called on your shit every time it happens.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. If you're willing to come back into the fold and be supportive and be, I understand that there's Latinos. All Latinos don't have to agree on everything, right? All Latinos don't have to agree on every single issue. But one of the things that we need to agree on is that we are not gonna, like, attack each other and put our own people, our own children in cages. I mean, to me, that's I think, like, the lowest of the low. I really have I have no words. The cruelty there, and the fact that actually Latinos are supportive of this kind of treatment of other people is, I think, is there. Like you say, they say Trump derangement syndrome is Democrats who really can't fathom that Trump is, could have any goodness in him. That's not Trump derangement syndrome. Trump derangement syndrome, like you say, Led, is people, Republicans, Latinos, whatever you are, who can't see, President Trump for the evilness that he is, because the fact of the matter is that he is a deranged person, and he is the one who's hurting this country, and we're suffering from it. Look at what's going on. His own people, his own MAGA is starting to just, like, crumble, and when he's gone, what are they going to stand for? I think that's the big question. What is it that they're going to stand for when Trump is gone? Because, he's got 3 more years, but he's already entering this sort of, like, lame duck presidency kind of thing where, I know what you say. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. He's going to try to stick around.
No, but you know what's so funny? First of all, he is going to try to stick around, right? He is going to try to stick around. But what's funny about that every day, the whole notion of Trump 2028 becomes more fucking fanciful. That motherfucker's not gonna make it another 6 months. He is too unhealthy. So this whole Trump 2028, he fucking wishes that motherfucker. Stop. No. What do you mean stop? Listen, everybody uptown. I'm throwing the biggest party when that motherfucker dies. It's gonna be the fucking open bar of the open bars. We're gonna party, and he's not making it to 2028, right? So that's one thing.
Stop bringing our hopes up. Stop bringing up the people's hopes. This guy's gonna stick around. This guy's gonna stick around. He's gonna be like a barnacle on the side of a ship. He's not going anywhere. He's not dying. He's gonna be sticking around. The guy is healthy as an ox.
He's not healthy. He's
healthy. Healthy as an ox. Yeah, he's got thick ankles. So what? So do I. I've got thick ankles. I'm not going to die next week. The guy is healthy as an ox. Nobody get your hopes up that he's going to die because he's not. He's going to be there for the full 4 years. I'm no fan of the guy, but God damn it, I'm not going to get my hopes up because God damn it, if he does, yeah, sure, we'll throw the biggest party. But, don't get your hopes up. We got to fight. We got to stay in this.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is, the whole notion of 2028, just every day just seems, that's a long time from now. And I don't think he has it. He's not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, and to be really fucking honest, as he loses his grip on power, the wolves are going to be circling, right? The J.D. Vances, the Peter Thiels, right? Those interests, Trump is good for those interests until he's not, right? Yeah. And they have control the levels of power. So I would, palace intrigue is a real thing. You know what I mean? And Trump is doing more damage to their cause every day. Like this whole Mamdani thing was a blow to their whole thing, right? Their whole thing was to make Mamdani a socialist, jihadist, communist, whatever the fuck that means, right? So that was their whole thing. That was the whole framing. That's what they were going for. And with one fell swoop, Trump shot that down, right? Their whole messaging is done, right? So what I'm saying, that party has put themselves in a corner because they are the party of Trump. Right, so as soon as some point or another, that's why Marjorie Taylor Greene is leaving. That's why Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes are forming blocks. Right, his demise, whether political or actually dying, is around the corner, and we do have to have hope. We do have to have hope. I think that's what Mamdani says gives us his hope. Right, absolutely. That we don't have to deal with a fucking a disgusting, obese, megalomaniac, racist, white supremacist in power, right? So that we do need hope. But I'm gonna hope. Fuck that. I hope he dies as soon as possible. And I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but then we'll have J.D. Vance to deal with. I don't know how I feel about that guy. That guy is worse.
He's a loser though. J.D. Vance doesn't. He's first of all, he's married to an Indian woman. First of all, he's married to an Indian woman, right?
For how long?
Right. He's married to an Indian woman. That's horrible for them. Right, but what I'm saying, but what's interesting about that, right? So there was an article I think in the Times talking about Indian Americans specifically, right? And how horribly they've been treated by the party that some of them profess to be a part of, right? So for example, Cash Big Eye Patel, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker sees everything. That like always eyes open, eyes wide open, Patel. There. Yeah, that motherfucker. But he did a thing for Diwali, right? Because he's Hindu. He celebrates Diwali, and he got destroyed by MAGA.
Yeah,
same thing happened. Same thing happened to what's the name, Vivek Ramaswamy, right? When he went in front of Ann Coulter, and she says, "I would have voted for you, but you're Indian, right?" So a lot of these Indian Americans are getting slapped in their face. You know what I mean? With their racism. You know what I mean? Usha. Her own husband told her, "I wish she would convert." Right. So what I'm saying is, J.D. Vance, they call him Old Smoky Eye because he wears eyeliner for some reason. I don't know why. But that dude is a fraud. He's a Peter Thiel Palantir plant. Right. He's a nobody. He doesn't have no charisma. Without Trump, there's no one else. No one has that. No one has that.
That's right. See, eyes open and can't see nada. You're absolutely right. I don't know if you guys saw. I know, Led, did you cancel your Time subscription already? Or
I
you
have
still
not canceled it yet. I still haven't canceled it.
Yeah, good. Okay, so we can talk about what's up in the Times. I mean, I think you know what, Eileen, I don't know if you're watching this, but come on, don't let him keep his Time subscription. And at least we need to be able to critique it. And so we have to at least be able to read it. So I mean, they had a really interesting piece today about Cash Money Patel and his use of private jets to fly him and his girlfriend around the globe. And then the weirdest thing was his use of SWAT teams to protect his girlfriend, who apparently is like a conservative country music singer. And they had like a SWAT team protecting her, costing thousands and thousands of dollars, by the way. This administration has been shown.
Hold on.
This administration. I just want to say that this administration, for all the cuts that they've been making all across the government, firing people like me and others, they go around building ballrooms, flying around on private jets, private security, making public money, public police, private security for somebody who's not even Cash Patel's wife. It's his girlfriend, you know what I mean? So it's not like a spouse, it's his girlfriend. Anyway, what were you gonna say? I just want to get that off my chest.
You're 100% right. Like, fucking building ballrooms. Kristi Noem is flying around in a brand new jet. fucking Ice Barbie. But back to his girlfriend. His girlfriend is a honeypot. She's an Israeli agent. She's not really no. Look her
Oh,
up.
yeah?
Look her up, man. Like, first of all, if you look at her and look at him, right? Just let's be honest.
I know. He's out of his league for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. That's an intelligence operation. And dumbass Cash Patel can't even see it, even though his eyes is wide open. I don't know how.
Does he blink? Does he blink? I mean,
I don't think that motherfucker's ever blink. I've never seen him blink. Like, that motherfucker's an AI robot or some shit. But again, like this is where we're at with it. We need to fight on all cylinders. And again, I think ridicule helps. And Trump I think is on the verge of we're somewhere else with it. And every day is gonna bring new things. And we're on the cusp of war in Latin America, which could be very, very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Because
I'm so sad
somehow Venezuela has the most proven reserves of oil in the world, and now they want regime change there. So there's a lot of issues there. Little Marco Rubio would love nothing more than to be the person to end the Cuban Revolution. So I think he's trying to bring down Venezuela, to bring down Cuba, and they've talked about Colombia as well. So this could be like, we could have what we have in the Middle East and Latin America, and that'll be a disaster, just a disaster.
If we do go to war with Venezuela, I just want to make sure everybody understands that we're not just going to war with Venezuela, right? This would become a proxy war in Latin America between the United States, China, and Russia, who are very, very close allies of Venezuela. China has been doing a lot of building of factories and warehouses to get around tariffs. They send it to Venezuela, and then from Venezuela, comes here over land, and they can try to get around some of those tariffs. It reduces some of their costs, so even if they do have to pay the tariffs, the costs are lower. So you're going to see, if we do go to war with Venezuela, that it's going to be a proxy war via Venezuela with China and Russia, who not only want those close ties so they can sell, build, and transport their products, but also so that they can have Venezuela's oil, which a lot of it does go to China. Although, and I think a lot of it goes to Russia, even though Russia is one of the major oil producers in the world. Anyway, it's very dangerous.
But I also heard reports that the Wagner Group, the Russia's Wagner Group, which is like one of some elite mercenaries, I've heard they're on the ground in Venezuela. I can't confirm that, to be true or not. But, I think Russia especially would love to give the United States a bloody nose in its backyard. And they can do that with very little effort, right? You get some really highly trained mercenaries in there with armed correctly, and they could really cause some damage, right? You're not going to defeat America, on a one-on-one battle in that manner, but you could definitely do some asymmetric warfare to really hurt the cause. You know what I mean? So I think that this foolish, it could really upend the world, right? Latin America is emerging. Latin America is kind of coming up off the yoke of colonialism. We don't need this right now. But I think there's no way around it. I think we're headed for those kind of problems, and that's what I'm saying. That's why the sooner that we get rid of Trump, the sooner that he expires. I think that once he expires, there will be a fight for power, but hopefully democracy could win, and our long national nightmare could be over. But again, this war in Latin America is fraught with danger, and it could end up backfiring tremendously, and things can get much worse than they already are. I went shopping today. Shit is so fucking expensive. Everything is so much more expensive than before. All the stuff that he talked about, he did not do. And I hope all those people that voted for him, I hope that at least you come to terms with it, and you wake up from your cult-induced nightmare dream, whatever you want to call it, because we this is horrible. And if you're not bothered by what's happening in this country, then you're either not paying attention or you're an asshole. Sorry to say it, but
Yeah,
that's the truth.
yeah, yeah, and go back to the expenses of things. You know, in the meantime, as we are dealing with higher prices, and when the administration said that, you know, on day one they were going to lower prices, and that they were going to remove, you know, whatchamacallit, they were going to eliminate fraud and misuse of funds. Do you know, like when we flew, like I think four B-1 bombers over to Venezuela in a show of force, that costs hundreds of millions of dollars, like to do that. It's ridiculous. So this idea that this administration is doing anything to lower costs or to eliminate fraud and waste is a complete fallacy. They've done nothing to it. And so, you know, I agree with you. I hope that everybody who thought that this was going to be the case, you know, I have family members that thought that this was going to happen, that, you know, I voted for this. I voted. When I got fired from the federal government, some of my own family members were so MAGA-ish that they were like, well, you know, I'm sorry for you, but this is what I voted for. You know, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but we needed this as a country. And it's like so ridiculous that, you know, they are hurting everyday Americans, and they are just stuffing their pockets with as much money as they can, and not only that, but using our money so that they can have a lavish lifestyle, and not only that, wage international wars and bail out their rich friends in Argentina, which is like completely anathema to what MAGA was all about, right? MAGA didn't want any of that stuff, and that's exactly what Donald Trump and his cronies are doing. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. We've now had what, 6 months of Trump or whatever, and we see where this is all going.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Mamdani was in that Oval Office, and vicariously so were we, because, you know, I want to do a little promo for our next episode coming up on Tuesday.
Right,
and we're
right.
gonna it's a big one. We had an opportunity, we took it, and we interviewed Grace Bonilla, CEO of
Right.
the United Way New York City and the co-chair of the Mamdani campaign transition team, and we
One
had
of
her on the
five,
show.
one of five women, you know, really big powerhouses, you know, leading the transition. So I'm really excited. So everyone tune in on Tuesday. And also,
Yep.
please subscribe to our podcast on YouTube. It helps us out. It's free. Nothing for y'all to do, but show us love on that. And yeah, man, I agree. I think we have a big episode. I'm really excited about it.
What I wanted to say though is that it's what we're trying to do. We want to put Uptown front and center. We don't want, you know, if you look at the maps of who voted how for Mamdani, Uptown came through big time. And and we did it because we believe in what this mayor is saying. We believe in the policies that this mayor is proposing, and we believe that he has our best interests in mind. And we, Uptown Collective, are fully on board with that. And we're also going to be fully making sure that Uptown's people, that Uptown's issues is front and center. And we hope that everybody who's had a hand in helping this mayor to win and to take the reins in January will do the same thing. Y'all, the job isn't done. Y'all, the job continues. We have to make sure that our own people continue to fight for what's right for us. And yes, it was Mamdani who invited himself down there. He was not invited by the president.
Yeah, and I mean, also I think it's super important. Yeah, and I think it's super important as well to once again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but again, it's also to put these Dems on blast as well, right? You know, the Schumers, the Hakeem Jeffries, right? Hoku. Right, Hoku needs us. So you gonna play ball, not play ball? We will get Delgado. Like we're here in survival mode, and we don't got time for these Democrats that are Democrats in name only. Like if you're not concerned with what's going on in this country, you're concerned about something else, then we don't need you there, and we need to clean house. And I want to keep re-emphasizing that it's not just Trump. Right, Biden was horrible, and he led to Trump, and we need to look at that cold-heartedly. We need to look at it like not flinching. That we have plenty of issues. Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, all of them are not perfect and are full of flaws, and they have led us to the path that we're at now. So we need to be moving forward clearly, hopefully, but not with no more blinders. There's no more time for blinders, and there's only time no war but class war. All right, y'all. Spread love is Uptown Way. Tuesday, new episode. Thank you for pulling up. It's the first great live that we actually got on IG with the audience that's really on IG. So thank you everyone for coming out. See you soon.
Subscribe,
Tuesday.
subscribe on YouTube. All right,
y'all.
peace out.